All right, eighth grade, we're going to be doing lesson 4. It is balancing checking accounts. Today, we're going to be talking about balancing checking accounts. When working independently, use your resources such as your iPad or calculator. Now, in today's world, nobody really balances their checking accounts anymore because most of us have online banking. But I want you to have an understanding of what is going on with online banking. With a checking account for vocabulary is a bank account that allows customers to write checks that the bank will pay from the customer's deposits. Now we don't write checks, we use a checking card. Reminder, another way to find a new balance is to subtract the amount of each check individually. So, in this lesson, Helena's checking account has a balance of $452.18. She plans to write a check for $23.50 and $14.75. What will her new balance be? She must use 2 steps to find her new balance. First, add the check amounts to find the total withdrew due to writing checks. Then subtract the total from the balance. So if you look right here, they have added the checks together. Then over here, they have subtracted that from the balance. So that tells her how much money she has left right now in her account. The next day, Helen makes a deposit, meaning she's putting money into her account of $150 and wrote a check for $45.60. Find her new balance. So what they have done is they've taken the balance, then this time they added, let's go green, $150 to give her her new balance of $563.93. Then, since she wrote another check, that is a subtraction, to give her a balance of $518.33. Now, Helen records her balance is in deposits and checks in a balance book. The book shows the new balance after each check. Now, I will be honest, I kept a check register, as they called it, up till just a couple of years ago. Now I just use my online account. But in this case, they have her $23.50 and $14.75 from up above, and they've subtracted it from her total. So she had it right there, and then when she subtracted those 2 checks, she got $413.93. Then she made a deposit of $150 and a check of $45 to give her her new balance of $518.33. So, on guided practice, said True had 200, and I'm going to highlight as we come across. She had $215.80 in his checking account. Then he deposited $45 and wrote a check for $116. What is his new balance? So, on this first part, you are going to take the beginning balance, you are going to find the deposit, and you're going to add those two together. And when you add those two together, we know that 0 plus 0 is 0, 8 plus 0 is 8, put my decimal point, 5 plus 5 is 10, carry my 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 4 is 6, and then the 2. So his new balance after the deposit is $260.80. Now, you are going to move on. Make sure you have this part filled out before going on. So pause the video now and fill out guided practice so far on this page. Now, on the top here, we need to fill in with the information that we had from before. We had $260.80. And if he writes a check, that is subtraction. So we are going to subtract from that $116.20. So when I subtract 0 minus 0 is 0, 8 minus 2 is 6, put my period or my decimal. Now I can't take 6 from 0, so I have to borrow. So I have 10 minus 6, which is 4. 5 minus 1 is 4. 2 minus 1 is 1. So his new balance after the check is taken out is $144.60. Don't forget your dollar sign and make sure I can tell the decimal. So get that filled out. On problem number 2, it says Alina had $623.85 in her account. She then wrote a check for $38.15, $21.58, and $14.82. About how much is left? Now, that word about means estimate. So on part A, it says round each amount to the nearest $10. So if I rounded $38.15, that is closest to $40. $21.58 is closest to $20. $14.82 is closest to $15. Now it says for part B, add the estimate to the withdrawals. So we kind of add these numbers together and we get 5. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So the withdrawals is about $75. Now, it says to round the balance to the nearest $10. So that would be $620. It says subtract the estimated total you got in part B. So we have $620. Sorry about that. So over here, I'm going to write $620. And I am subtracting from that $75. So I get 0, 0, decimal. I can't take 0 minus 5, so I borrow, that's 5. I can't take 7 from 1, so I borrow from my neighbor, and that became a 5. So subtract the estimated total you got in B, so we get $545. Oh, let me go back and erase. We should have written right here the $75. Now, when we subtract that, we get $545. So pause the video now and make sure you have part 2 filled out of guided practice. All right, you have some exercises down here. On problems 3 and 4, they are just word problems. And what I like to do when I have word problems is highlight my numbers. So we had Jamal had $709.73 in his checking account. He wrote a check for $25 and one for $123.50. What is his new balance? Remember, if you write checks, that is a subtraction problem. You will do this on your calculator and you can write your new balance right there. Then you'll have problem number 4 to do. In problem number 4, remember when you make a deposit, that's a plus. When you write a check, that is minus. On problem number 5, I'm going to be very nice to you guys because we don't use check registers. So we are not going to do this problem. Don't worry about doing it. All right, so that's all marked out. On problem number 6, it says to estimate. So you're going to round your numbers and then you're going to do the problem. So you're going to pause the video now and you're going to do problems 3, 4, and 6 before going on to application. On problem number 7, it says write a list of instructions for finding the balance in a checking account when it includes several deposits and withdrawals. In what order do you think is the best to enter the transaction and why? I just need you to write what is happening in a checking account when you are depositing or when you are withdrawing money. So we are going to mark off this part down here, and I want you to write a list of instructions for finding the balance in a checking account when it includes several deposits and withdrawals. When you get done with this assignment, don't forget to submit to me through Canvas. Good luck and have fun.